Am I overreacting for wanting a serious talk with my girlfriend after how she behaved with her male friend? My girlfriend, F23, and I, M27, went to a show and stayed in a hotel afterward, along with two of her friends, one female and one male. We have been together for only 3 weeks, and this is my first relationship. For a bit of context, this is a long-distance relationship. We live about 100 kilometers from each other, but we manage to meet once or twice a week. She is autistic, and she sometimes struggles to show or describe her feelings, which I have been completely fine with so far. We have known each other since May of last year, started officially dating in November, and finally got together in early January. So far, we have not had any arguments. Even when we had disagreements, we solved them quickly. During the show, she went close to the stage with her male friend, M20, without really telling me. However, it was not a big deal. We were separated anyway, as that is just how concerts go, and we stayed in touch via phone. However, after the show, at the hotel, she seemed a little cold toward me. She did not really talk, did not want a hug, stepped away when I tried to get closer, etc. I understand that sometimes she just needs more personal space, especially after a packed metal show, and that she usually comes closer to me by herself whenever she feels comfortable. On its own, it would not have bothered me, if it was not for that friend. We were drinking quite a bit of alcohol, and as the night went on, they became more and more involved with each other. Laughing, playing around, planning future concerts together, without me, including one she had asked me about some time ago and that I had promised to see if I could attend, and physical contact. He got drunk, and she was consoling him and talking to him in a way she never did with me. There were a lot of small things that made me increasingly uncomfortable. The moment that really broke me was when we went out onto the balcony to get some fresh air. There was only one chair there. He sat on it and said that she could sit on his knees. She hesitated a little, but then did it and smiled right at him. Keep in mind, she was still avoiding closer contact with me. Even the other friend who was with us suggested that she sit next to me, but she just smiled at her in response. I did not want to make a scene, so I tried to joke that I could leave if there was any tension between them. She instantly answered that there was not and told me not to worry. A little while later, she said she was cold, and then her friend hugged her, tightly. Very tightly. Head on his shoulder tightly. I immediately rushed back to the room and tried to calm myself down. I do not know if anything else happened, as they came back a while later. They kept drinking. I asked her if she was sure about it, but she did not care. Eventually, he fell asleep, and that was when she lay down next to me on the bed, only to stand up a few minutes later because she needed space. She lay down on the other side, closer to the guy, and he kept placing his hand on her body, her shoulder, her thigh, even close to her breast. I wanted to interfere, but she just laughed about the whole situation. So I carefully lay my head next to hers on the same pillow, and we fell asleep like that. In the morning, I tried to be understanding. I thought, okay, they were drunk, they are friends, and she surely did not have any intentions toward him. I had a train earlier than the others, so I got dressed, packed my things, and wanted to say goodbye, to hug her, feel her presence, and calm myself down. She was already awake and packing her things at that point. There was no reaction. Not even a bye. Not even a look. I left the hotel on the verge of crying. On the train, I wrote her a very long message. To keep this already long post from getting even longer, I told her that I felt unsafe and uncertain about her feelings toward me after what I saw, and that I was questioning whether what happened between us over the last few weeks was genuine. I told her that I really needed to talk about our relationship and that my goal was to clear things up, not to attack her. She initially responded calmly, saying that she would like to avoid such a talk because she did not know if she was able to have it, and that she was feeling some kind of pressure or hassle in our relationship. I responded that I was just sad and did not know what to think. Then she became a little more aggressive, saying that she thought our relationship was clear, but she ended by proposing that we talk one day about what we want from this relationship and see if we are on the same page. I agreed and tried to continue talking as we normally would, but it was rough and the negative tension was there. At the end of the day, I wished her good night and told her that I was still there for her if she needed anything. She had a visit with her psychiatrist. She did not respond or react. She always did before, even when she was tired or feeling down. It has now been almost 24 hours, and she still has not said anything to me. I do not know what to think. I believe my reaction was valid and that I should communicate things like this. After our first kiss, she asked me about my female friend whom I had talked about a lot, and I calmly answered all of her questions because I felt they were justified. I do not know why she has a problem with it the other way around. On the other hand, I feel like I may have treated her too harshly and that I should have directly asked about her friend and their relationship instead of bringing up all the we need to seriously talk stuff. I think she is either angry or stressed now, and both options make me even sadder. I miss talking to her so much, and I am afraid of losing her because of this whole situation. At the same time, I am still angry myself and not ready to reach out again. Am I overreacting?